Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to do weekly instead of monthly for you now. As we get to the end of October, I want to make sure that I get the rest of the signs, and I didn't do any of my fire signs. So let's do this reading for you, Sagittarius, and this will be for the week ahead. This will be for the week of the 25th of October. The week ahead, what to be aware of, what to do, and then, the final outcome at the end of the week. Okay, this is going to be for all Sagittariuses, sun, moon, and rising signs. If it doesn't resonate, go ahead and check out your moon or rising sign if you're here as a sun sign watcher. Okay? All right, without further ado, let's get to it. Feel free to fast forward till I get all the cards out if you want. All right, the week ahead for Sagittarius, Spirit. What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? What does Sagittarius need to do? Let's see advice from Spirit. What does Sagittarius need to do? And the final outcome for Sagittarius, please. All right, let's turn these over, see what we got. For the week ahead, we got the Four of Swords coming in for you, card known as Truth in the Thoth deck. Air sign card. Ooh, what do you need to be aware of? The Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment, manifestations coming in. Your advice is the Emperor card. Taking control, making plans. Ooh, and your final outcome, Sag, is the Prince of Wands. Fiery energy there, big time passion, moving forward with conviction, with charm and grace. All right, it's a beautiful, beautiful spread you got here going, Sagittarius. Very interesting. Let me rearrange my cards here. Very interesting. All right, so for the week ahead, we've got the Four of Swords leading off the week. The Four of Swords is often a card of, it's called Truce in the Thoth deck, so it talks about making peace with others. It can also talk about rest, just needing time to regroup, slow things down, rest. So for some of you, this week is going to be one where you are not, for the majority of the week, you're not going to be that active the way you normally are. Sag, you're normal, very physically active, very busy routine. This is going to be a quieter week for you, Sagittarius. And that's because you need to be aware of the Nine of Cups. So manifestation time is strong for you right now. What you think about, you're definitely going to bring about. So it's going to be important for you to keep that in mind as you move forward throughout the week. And that sounds funny, right? Because you're like, well, that's great. What I think about, I'm going to bring about, so that's awesome. But yeah, it can go the other way too. Like, be careful what you wish for. So keep a rein on your thoughts, because that's where you've got that Emperor coming in for your advice, and that's saying the Emperor is very much a card of planning. He's like the architect, and he's the father figure. And what's interesting to me is that you have two fours basically in this card, right? And the Emperor, if you look at the Emperor, you can see how his legs are forming the number 4. So definitely fours are cards. 4 is a number of foundation, right? It's a foundational number. It's a number that if you think about any structural item that you're building, you need 4 pillars to make it strong, right? You need the 4 points to make it solid, so that you can build upon it and make it strong. So you've got the 2 fours here, the Four of Swords and the in the Emperor form. So, and the princes are 6s if we're talking numbers. But you've got 2 4s, so laying the foundation this week is going to be important. Laying the foundation mostly in your thought and your will, okay? Because we don't have any pentacles here. We've got emotions, thoughts. We've got the Prince of Wands, who is fire, so that is will. You know, definitely like, you know, your will to move things and to get things moving. And the Emperor, he's ruled by Aries, so we've got more fire, more will, right? So we don't have any pentacles here. So all of this week is a week of planning how you're going to bring about something that you have been wanting to manifest for a long time. How are you going to lay the foundation for that so that you can bring it forth into the world? This is very much a week of feeling it and figuring out logically how you are going to create it, okay? Now, I know we talk about manifestation, we say just feel it and picture that you already have it. Yes, that's true, but you also have to take a step forward to make it happen, right? And as I was talking about that, I got the 6 of Pentacles. So this is balance, right? Give and take, receiving, giving. We got our first Pentacles card here, and it's the 6 of Pentacles coming in to tell us about the need for balance. So it's not enough to have this drive and this energy. I want this to happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I feel it. I can feel what it'll feel like when I have it. That's all really great, but the overriding theme this week is take a little time out from that with that 4 of Swords. Calm down a little bit. Figure out how you can rearrange your material elements to bring this, whatever this is about, okay? All right, so I'm just going to kind of put this here because that was a pop-out card, but let's get clarifier on the 4 of Swords, please. Thank you, Spirit. Why the 4 of Swords? Queen of Swords, yep, so that's you thinking, planning, seeing through bullshit, cutting through nonsense, making a plan. Got the 2 of Pentacles, clarifying the 9 of Cups. There's a change, you want to change. How do you bring it? Look, now we're getting all the Pentacles clarifying these other cards, which is what I was saying. You want to bring this stuff in, but you need a solid plan, right? Why the 9 of Cups, please? Why the 9 of Cups for Sagittarius, please? The Ace of Pentacles along with the 2 of Pentacles. All right, so you've got, and the Prince of Pentacles. So all these cards wanted to pop out for me. So clarifying the 9 of Cups is the 2 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Prince of Pentacles. So change is definitely coming in for you, and this is what Spirit wants you to be aware of. Okay, you're super powerful right now. You have the ability to manifest this change and to create something really long-lasting and really abundant. That Ace of Pentacles being, you know, one of the most abundant cards in the deck. It's like the hand of God. This is the divine telling you that it's your time to reap rewards. Now, you got the Prince of Pentacles also clarifying. And the Prince of Pentacles is again talking to me about that 4 of Swords. So it's going really nicely together. The Prince of Pentacles moves slowly. So whereas you're normally, Sag, super ramped up, you have that energy, you just go for it. You're going to need to slow yourself down a little bit and make sure that you're planning whatever it is that you're trying to bring in, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest right now. You want to make sure that you're actually thinking about this logically and maybe taking the steps to do it right. You know, if it takes you a week to do something instead of 2 days, but you know that you're going to actually build it strongly and powerfully, then do it. I'm getting the story of the 3 little pigs in, right? Do you want to build your house out of bricks that will take longer to put together, or do you want to build your house out of straw? You can get it up much faster. You can get that structure up, but it's not going to last a long time. So that's kind of where we're at with you, Sag. Like with the Emperor, you need to like figure out how, whatever this plan is that you're trying to bring in to existence, what is the most solid, strong way you can bring it in the physical, right? Okay. Clarifying the Emperor, you got the 5 of Swords. So this is a little bit of, the 5 of Swords can be like, ugh, I'm so frustrated. Why is everything a struggle, right? I'm just struggling. Why is everybody fighting me on this? Maybe because you're going a little too quickly. Lay the plan. Lay that plan. Be the Emperor. Be the architect of this design, of this creation, and you will be able to negate any of the naysayers coming at you with that 5 of Swords energy. What about the Prince of Wands? Please, Spirit, tell me more about the Prince of Wands. The end of the week. You got the 2 of Swords and the King of Swords. Some more air energy coming in for you. So the 2 of Swords can be sometimes the inability to make a decision. It's also, again, in the Thoth deck, the 2 of Swords is called peace. And that's the peace that comes about sometimes from taking a step back from your situation so that you can assess it. Instead of rushing forward as that Prince of Wands and just tackling something, which sometimes you just need to do. Sometimes you just need to say, I need to make a decision, any decision, and just move forward, because any decision is better than no decision. In this situation, you're being asked to move forward as the Prince of Wands at the end of the week, which you will, but from the perspective of the Emperor. Get a little bit of the King of Swords perspective in there. You're going to need a little bit of clarity, a little more logic behind the action at the end of the week. All right, I think we're done with the clarifiers, yeah. And you got Temperance as I pull out the end of the card, which is your card, Sagittarius. Temperance is definitely the card of Sagittarius. So a little bit of just pulling back, a little bit of patience this week will do you well. But this is a strong week for you, Sagittarius. This is definitely a strong foundational week for you. I see this as good stuff. And some of you are going to get some good news at the end of the week as well. You will get good news, whatever this is that you've been working for. So for some of you, everything that I said up until this point is definitely applies. But for others of you, you've already done that. And for those of you that have already done that, you're going to get some good news at the end of the week. Okay? And whatever you were working for is actually going to manifest for you. All right, let's just pull some paper cards for you, Sagittarius. What's going on with Sagittarius this week? Whoop, you got high honor as well. Yeah, so you're going to get some good news, Sag. What else? What else does Sagittarius need to know for this week? The Lovers. Tell you that card always, I know that's a Gemini card, but for me, I don't know why, it always speaks to me of Sagittarius. And I know that's not the traditional interpretation, that's not the traditional ruler of that card, but it's a Sag card for me. So for some of you, you're going to get some kind of recognition from a relationship, from a partner, a romantic partner. You're going to get some kind of recognition. Family room could be some of you are just going to hang out. You're going to have a good just a good time this week, hanging out at your house or their house. Yeah, community. It's just a good week for relationships and people. At the bottom of the deck for you, you got unexpected income, which is what I was talking about that Prince of Wands. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily win big in the lottery. It just means that you're going to get some kind of good news that's going to relate materially for you. You're going to get a little, I don't know, a refund at the, I don't know, on a bill you paid, or you'll just get some kind of unexpected income, which is great because who doesn't want that, right? Okay, let me pull for you now a Nature's Whispers Oracle card for you. This usually clarifies and brings in our spread really well. Thank you, Spirit. What messages do you have for Sagittarius for this week? Thank you, Spirit. All right, you got Intuition, beautiful card. And Ideal Course of Action, which is what we were talking about, making that plan, right, with the Emperor. All right, let me read to you from these books, but just by looking at them, that's what we're talking about. Follow your intuition with that Nine of Cups. You're super powerful this week. This is a good week for you. You may be hearing things or seeing things in your dreams. Pay attention to what you're dreaming this week, Sagittarius. It's going to bring you a lot of insight. You may even get messages from ancestors this week. Pay attention. And then Ideal Course of Action, really lining up well with the Emperor, who I like to think of really as the architect. So, all right, let's get number 36 for you. Intuition. You just seem to have a knack for knowing what's going to work. Your creative process is unique to you. You just get started and magic happens. You have a lot of endurance and you're a hard worker. Once you get focused on a project, you don't stop. You are a trendsetter and you seem to understand what people love. You are very forward thinking. Yeah, this is all Sagittarius to me. I have 0 Sagittarius in my chart, and I wish I did, because I think everything that I've read so far totally describes Sagittarius to me. Okay, you are being reminded that you have your own inner voice guiding you, always. Tap into your wisdom and allow yourself this higher perspective. Okay, and then you got, well, the next numerical card in the deck, 37, Ideal Course of Action. It is easy to be overwhelmed in the planning of a new endeavor. Simplify your plans. Clearly envisage what you would like to accomplish and find ways to ensure that you can stay on path. Eliminate self-sabotage or other behavior that might derail you. Determine what you desire next. Do this through daydreaming and visualizing what delights and inspires you. Trust that this is an important phase that is necessary to maintain alignment and clarity. Okay, that's exactly what we were saying, or it just said it much more succinctly and clearly than I did, but it's basically covering the messages that we just went over with the tarot. So I like when that happens. I like when the oracle cards just kind of bring everything together. Let's pull a Moonology card for you for this week, Sagittarius. See what you got. Emotions are running high. All right, emotions are running high. That's okay. No worries. Stay calm. Everything might seem bigger to you this week than normal. Just remember to take a step back. Listen to your intuition. Think clearly, right? Calmly. Okay, let me pull a Blue Messiah Oracle card for you. I'm not going to read the Blue Messiah because I want to try to keep these shorter, but I like to see what the message is that comes through for you. So let's see. It's coming through for Sagittarius. Rainbow Body. You got Rainbow Body. This is very much a card of eating well. So this week, Sagittarius, is going to be important for you as you go through the week to make sure that you're eating, as cheesy as it sounds, that you're following, the wisdom of eating multicolored foods, multicolored vegetables. If you see that you everything you've been eating in the past, couple weeks has been white, like you're only eating pastas and rice and tomato sauce. Everything has been red and white. Find some foods that are green, purple, fruit, berries, blues. Try to mix up the colors in your food this week. That will be very beneficial to you. And just make sure that you're drinking a lot of water and you're taking care physically of your body, because that's going to be important this week. Okay, let's get one chakra love card for you as a little parting words of, not really words of wisdom, but I like these. Sometimes it'll tell me, like, if you're into crystals. I just dropped a bunch and I'm not going to pick them up. Which, what crystal you might want to carry around with you, what might give you a little bit of extra oomph throughout the week. All right. You got intuition. Intuition, intuition. So you got intuition twice here. So this is an important message for you this week, Sagittarius, obviously. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards your light. And the advice on this card is to, I'm not sure if I was even holding it well, I'm sorry. But there you can see it. And the crystal that it's telling you to carry around with you is amethyst this week. That'll do very nicely for you this week. All right, Sagittarius, those are your messages. Hope you found these helpful, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.